This is Wanda from Drawing Nearer Intimate Prayer. I'd like to introduce you to a breath prayer if you've never done them before, or you can use this as a new practice. What I like to do is take a sentence out of a reading, something that I've read either out of scripture or something that I've read recently that really jumps out to me. Use a short sentence from it to pray with. Now, breath prayer is something that you repeat to yourself, part as you inhale slowly and part as you exhale slowly. And you repeatedly do that with your breath in and out. Now that's an end in itself, which means that you can use that as your total prayer. Sometimes it's a good introduction into contemplative prayer, which means that slowly it fades into the background and you are in a deeper area of prayer with God. And when you get distracted, you can easily come back to the breath prayer. Remind yourself to say it again. I like to do breath prayer for about 10 minutes. As you're repeating the words to yourself, sometimes different meanings will come through to you as you do it, and it's kind of fun to chew on it sometimes, to just think about what those words mean and then journal about it afterward. Know that even as you are doing your breath prayer, even as you may be concentrating on the words or quote-unquote getting it right, Spirit is working on you from the inside out. You may not feel anything happening. It's okay. It's an invitation. You're inviting Spirit to come and commune with you in that time. And Spirit knows your openness. And because of your openness, Spirit will do the work within you, even if you're not aware of it happening. I like to light a candle in the background, just a reminder of Spirit's presence with us at that time. I have a little Tibetan singing bowl that I use as a chime to start. I do have a timer on my phone for whatever amount of time that I'd like to plan to meditate for that day. And I let the chime remind me to let me know what it's a good time to end. From my readings today, I'm reading a book in the Apocrypha named Sirach, Sirach, and this is from chapter 2, verse 18. It's called Let Us Fall into the Hands of the Lord. And it reminds me of a few things. First, it reminded me of the Nestea plunge. I don't know if you're... if you remember commercials from Nestea iced tea, that someone would stand on the very edge of a pool in a very, very hot day and just fall backwards, splash into the pool. This fall into the hands of the Lord. It just is that refreshing, just sploosh. And it reminded me of trust falls, if you've ever done one of corporate meetings where you just sort of let yourself fall back to be caught into the hands of someone behind you. Now that's a little tricky at times, especially if you are not sure you trust the person that you're falling into their hands. But when you do trust the person, it's a wonderful experience. I'm thinking of firefighters when people are leaving burning buildings, that you have to fall into the trusted arms of someone at the bottom, or the fire blanket or the fire pillow or whatever. Also, the Aleutians have this custom of bouncing someone in a blanket, like almost like a trampoline. They're jumping up and falling into the blanket as others around the blanket are holding it taut and letting them bounce. It's just such a wonderful thing. It brings to mind just trust falling back into the arms, into the hands of someone whom you trust. It also reminds me of the song, Put Your Hands in the Hands of the One Who Stilled the Water. Put your hands in the hands of the One Who Calmed the Sea. And if the word Lord doesn't ring well for you, you can use Spirit, you can use God, you can use another name for the universal one. You can use the word Jesus, you can use whatever you are drawn to, but I'm going to use Lord because that is what is in the scripture, but you feel free to use a different word. The breath prayer I came out of it was, let myself fall as I breathe in into the hands of the Lord as I exhale. And you repeat this to yourself as you inhale and exhale. And inhale slowly through your nose and hold it for 3 seconds. Then exhale fully through your mouth and hold that for 3 seconds. And during that time, you are repeating those words to your mind. Let myself fall into the hands of the Lord. Let myself fall into the hands of God. Let myself fall into the hands of Spirit. Let myself fall into the hands of love. Now you pick your words. I'm going to ring the chime, and when I do that, you hear the sound fully, and then the sound fades out. And as the sound fades out, you sink down into that place within yourself where you and Spirit communicate the deepest. So I'm going to ring the chime to start your prayer, and feel free to then pause or turn off the video. Enter into your own prayer. God bless. Don't forget to like and subscribe. God bless.